Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about how to win as a rebel in Star Wars Battlefront. A lot of you probably already know this, but for those who don't, here's what you need to know. When playing as a rebel, some of you may find it's very hard and it's very Imperial sided. It really isn't as long as you play the objective. The objective is to capture the uplinks, make sure you have control of the uplinks until the full circle goes all the way around and touches the other end. Once that has completed, you'll get a Y-wing added to your top of your screen, which means that you have one Y-wing added to the battle. Obviously, the more uplink stations you capture and control, the more Y-wings you get in. The more Y-wings you have, the longer the AT-AT shields will be down for you to penetrate it. The AT-ATs are very strong to kill, but there are some simple steps that can be done to take them out very quickly. As a lot of you may know, when you're playing the game, you're running around, the AT-ATs will suddenly have their shields disabled, and a lot of you will just shoot at whatever AT-AT you can see. This can be kind of bad in a way, but kind of good in another way. The bad way of it is because really you should all be focusing your main firepower on the right AT-AT. Reasons to this is because the right AT-AT is the most dangerous and threatening AT-AT to the end of the match. The left AT-AT spawns further away, and it is a longer distance to get to the end of the game than the right AT-AT does. Focus your main firepower with ion grenades, blasters, iron shot for your guns, air control. If you guys can nail that AT-AT, that AT-AT is going to go down very quickly. A lot of you may already know this, some of you don't, but if you manage to find the orbital strike pickup on the ground, save it until the AT-AT shields are down. Reasons to this is because if every single green strike of an orbital strike hits the AT-AT, it will bring the AT-AT down in one go. It does nearly 100% damage if every single green strike hits. Some of you may know this, some of you don't. This is a tip that I really recommend, and I think everyone should really take in. Win a match as a rebel, I highly suggest you have full air control. Now, I'm not saying you should go and camp the TIE fighters spawn and be an absolute dick, because that is kind of harsh on the enemy team. Doesn't give them a fighting chance as a TIE fighter. I have done it in the past, and I won't lie to you, but it's not worth it. I don't really find it very enjoyable just sitting there camping the spawn. I tend to fly around, and if a TIE fighter comes out, then I have a full-on battle with him, and if he beats me, he wins. But having full air control is a very, very big important. Reasons to this is because an A-wing or an X-wing can take down an AT-AT very quickly if it keeps blasting it, doing airstrike runs in it and using its missiles on it. It takes up a lot of health. I think it does at least 25% health maybe every 3 airstrikes, so that includes a full whole clip of its blasters, 1 missile torpedo. Having full air control to the end of the game is very important too. Reasons to this is having an A-wing and trying to keep it alive until the very end of the match is very important, because the Snowspeeder is very slow. It's slow at turning, slow at speed, and it's not got very powerful weapons. It's very high in defense. It does take a lot more hits than a normal ship would, but it is very slow and easy to take out. Having the A-wing to the end of the match obviously means you can defend the Snowspeeders from TIE interceptors that are coming into the game very at the end of the match. If you can defend those Snowspeeders, you get your grapple, you wrap it around its legs, you do a full rotation around the AT-AT 4 times. On the 4th time, you'll bring it down and it'll crash into the ground. Some of you may know this, some of you may not. A lot of people just tend to do whatever they want, but when you get a hero pickup, when you get Luke Skywalker, it's a very powerful character. And now I don't want to crush your dreams and you guys having the dream of running around with Luke Skywalker, your lightsaber and your force abilities to take down any stormtroopers that come in your path. Now, Luke Skywalker is very powerful, so if you use his power to protect the objective, it's very hard for the stormtroopers to take it back until Darth Vader or an AT-ST comes along. Then again, if your rebels are playing the objective, they've got iron grenades on, iron shot on, they can take down that AT-ST very quickly. But as Luke does 20 damage each time he hits the AT-AT, but you've got to be careful because an AT-AT can stomp and kill you with a stomp, which I've experienced very before, and it's very aggravating. Defending the objective as Luke is very easy to keep the objective as long as your team are there with you. There's been some circumstances where I've been on the objective on my own as Luke, and it has been hard to defend, especially when AT-ST comes in the corner. But yeah, so not many people know that tip, but it's definitely a useful one. equipment. Now, equipment loadout is obviously everyone's personal preference, but if you're playing a game mode like Walker Assault, I do highly suggest you use Iron Shot and Iron Grenade. Reason to this is because Iron Grenade is mainly focused for vehicle turrets, AT-STs and AT-ATs, so sort of like vehicles. It does a heck load of damage on an AT-ST. It does, one grenade does half a health bar, sorry should I say, on the AT-ST. It will take out an DF9 in one hit, and an AT-AT I think that's maybe like, maybe does like 10% damage. They're very strong. Iron Shot allows your bullets to become more powerful to vehicles, so using that on a AT-AT can be very, very powerful and very, very helpful. Snowspeeders. So when you're using a Snowspeeder, very, very hard to take out an AT-AT, especially when you've got those TIE interceptors on your tail. Now this comes into my other tip, where you keep that A-wing to the X-wing to the very end of the match to defend your Snowspeeders or teammates, or have your teammates defend you where you're on a Snowspeeder, A-wings and X-wings. It's very hard to take down a TIE interceptor with a Snowspeeder because they're very slow. Now, the Snowspeeder, when the shields are down on the AT-AT, going to take down an AT-AT with a Snowspeeder can be very hard. It will come up with the option to click 4 or L1 and R1 on a PS4 controller. Now, obviously I'm a PC player, so it's 4 for me. When you click 4, it will give you this screen, or a little mini game should we say, with a little grey bar in the middle of your screen with a little Snowspeeder icon in it. It will bounce up and down and keep moving. Now this can be very aggravating because it's very hard to keep the Snowspeeder in the grey line, which you need to do to successfully take down the AT-AT. A lot of people think that when it says move your mouse to keep the Snowspeeder icon in the grey area, a lot of people just shuffle their mouse up and down a little bit. Now it's like the flying in Snowspeeders or any sort of ship in Star Wars Battlefront. You have to swipe a lot to move left and right. Everyone understands that. It's a bit like that with up and down. You have to really swipe up to get the Snowspeeder back into the grey area, and you have to keep it up. If it's going down or it's going up, keep it down. Just the opposite direction, obviously. And you've got to do that for 4 rotations around the AT-AT. Now that can be very hard and challenging for some people. Controllers, obviously, it's much easier, but if you can nail it, then you're going to look like a pro when you're flying away as a AT-AT crashes beneath you. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed those little tips there. Isn't like greatly too many, but there's some obviously really important and obvious ones in there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, comment. I'd love to hear your feedback, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much guys for watching. Goodbye.